Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an untold tale from the Avengers logbook, a story that proves sometimes the sharpest weapon is a sharp mind. Let's call this one Black Widow's clever catch. It all started on a chaotic Tuesday afternoon in New York City. A rogue, experimental robot, something straight out of a sci-fi nightmare, had escaped from a high-tech lab and was now causing absolute mayhem downtown. Its metallic claws were tearing up street signs, and its single red optic eye was scanning for. Well, nobody knew what it was looking for, but it was terrifying. The Avengers got the call, of course. Captain America was barking orders, Thor was summoning his hammer, and the Hulk was, well, getting ready to smash. But there was one huge problem. The robot's rampage had created the worst traffic jam in the city's history. Every street was a parking lot. Iron Man's suit was still powering up, and the Quinjet was stuck on a gridlocked bridge. But not all of them. From the back of the stalled traffic, a sleek black motorcycle engine roared to life. It was Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. With a determined look, she gave a quick nod to Cap. She wasn't going to wait. She twisted the throttle, and her bike shot forward, weaving between cars like a phantom. She knew the city's veins, its hidden alleyways and secret shortcuts. While the heavy hitters were stuck, she was a blur of motion, closing in on the target. As she turned a corner into a deserted industrial area, she saw it. The robot was twice her size, all chrome and menacing wires. It spotted her instantly and pivoted, its laser cannons humming. It fired a web of crackling energy, a laser net designed to trap and incapacitate. But this was Black Widow. She was a master of evasion. With impossible grace, she slid her bike to one side, leaning so low, she practically kissed the pavement. The net sizzled through the air just inches above her. She didn't even slow down. The robot fired again, a faster, wider net. This time, Natasha launched herself off the moving motorcycle, tucking into a tight forward roll. She landed on her feet, the bike skidding to a halt behind her. She moved like lightning, a dance of dodges and flips, never letting the robot get a clear lock on her. She knew she couldn't take this thing head-on. It was a hunk of metal built for pure destruction. Fistfight was out of the question. So, she switched from fighter to spy. Drawing a small disc-like device from her belt, she tossed it. The disc stuck to a nearby wall and projected a perfect hologram of herself, standing defiantly. The robot, with its simple combat programming, was completely fooled. It turned its full attention to the hologram, blasting it with everything it had. While the machine was distracted, Natasha sprinted through the shadows, circling around it. She pulled out her signature weapon, the Widow's Bite, but not for a direct attack. She fired the high-tensile grappling lines, aiming not at the robot, but at the heavy steel beams and support pillars around it. In seconds, she had created a complex web of her own. With the final cables secured, she pulled a trigger on her wrist gauntlet. The cables snapped taut, crisscrossing and tightening around the robot's legs and torso. The machine whirred in confusion, trying to break free, but it was completely ensnared, tangled in its own metallic prison, stumbled and crashed to the ground, immobilized. Just then, the thunderous sound of repulsors filled the air. Iron Man landed with a clank, followed by the rest of the team who had finally broken through the traffic. They stood ready for a fight, only to find the giant robot already wrapped up like a birthday present. Tony Stark lifted his faceplate, a grin spreading across his face. He looked at the tangled mess, then at Natasha, who was calmly dusting off her hands. "Wow, Nat," he laughed. "Looks like you beat us to it. We were all ready to bring the thunder, and you just outsmarted it." And that's the heart of our story today. In a team of super soldiers, gods, and walking tanks, it was the spy who won the day. She didn't use brute force. She used her intellect, her agility, and her bravery. Natasha's victory reminds us that clever thinking and resourcefulness are superpowers in their own right. Strength is great, but brains and bravery will always win the day. What did you think of Black Widow's solo takedown? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more untold tales. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.